I think he would have been very proud of me.
Mary Ann Smith ponders so many questions.
I just felt different, you know.
She searches for answers, but the woman from Mechanicsville knows they will never materialize.
Yes, I do.
Her curiosity about James H. Coates hasn't waned in 80 years.
Thinking about what if, wondering what my dad would be like, you know, as he grew older.
To Mary Ann, her father remains shrouded in mystery.
Yes. Yes.
Despite the Soldiers' association with one of the most well-documented and infamous events of World War II.
I don't have but one photo of him, and it's, you know, black and white.
When Private Coates leaves Virginia for war in Europe, he is married with a daughter and infant son.
U.S. Army.
Barely 2 years old then, Mary Ann is too young to remember much of anything about her dad.
Well, he has blue eyes and double dimples.
On a frigid December 17, 1944, during the Battle of the Bulge, James Coates' battalion would make history for all the wrong reasons.
The unit that my father was in had stopped, and there was a convoy of the different trucks.
Members of the 285th Field Artillery Observation Battalion are attacked by the Germans' feared SS near the small town of Malmedy in Belgium.
About 1:15 in the afternoon.
The Americans, including Private Coates, surrender. The soldiers expect to spend the duration of the war sitting in a POW camp.
They basically took him as prisoner, and then they took him over to an open field and corralled them all there together.
But the captors have no desire to take along their prisoners.
Somebody made the command for them to shoot the soldiers that were gathered there in the field.
The Germans opened fire on the defenseless men, herded like cattle.
They actually mowed them down right there in the field with a machine gun.
Within minutes, dozens of American soldiers, including Mary Ann's father, lay dead in the snow. James is just 22 years old.
They took things off of their bodies. They shot them in the head. They did anything to make sure there was no survivors, so that nobody could tell the story.
The Malmedy Massacre, as it will be called, horrifies a nation.
They killed 86, and about a dozen escaped.
4,000 miles away, the Coates' family shatters when the telegram arrives.
Oh, a lot, a lot.
At home, James's death becomes a taboo subject.
Maybe it was too painful. And I'm sure that's what it was. It brought back memories, you know, where they were trying to go forward.
Mary Ann's mom, Maddie, suffers in silence.
And she said, you know, he was my only love. I never remember growing up seeing my mother cry, but I'm willing to bet you she did then.
Years after the war, there will be no happy homecoming nor ticker tape parade for Private Coates.
My dad's father, he said he wanted to bring him home. And so my mother agreed to that. And he is buried in Kilmarnock.
So, yeah. They thought that they would surrender and be safe, and instead, you know, they were murdered.
Jim Treisler, Director of Education at the Virginia War Memorial, says the Malmedy Massacre was an unnecessary evil that extinguished so many innocent lives.
For Mary Ann to have lost a lifetime that she could have spent with her father because of that incident, it's incredibly painful.
Invaluable. I could never replace him.
Mary Ann tries keeping her father close.
This is his wallet that was found on his body and returned to my mother.
She safeguards his few personal belongings.
This is my dad's dog tag.
Tangible links to a painful past.
Yes, it means that I'm touching something that he touched.
Mary Ann fears that what happened in that distant snow-covered field so long ago will be forgotten forever.
They're priceless. Priceless. And this is my dad's Purple Heart.
Beyond the artifacts, the 82-year-old vows to honor her father's memory.
I want them to know that things like that do happen.
Since 2009, Mary Ann has been serving as president of the Crater chapter of the Battle of the Bulge Association.
It makes me feel good that I'm able to tell the story.
Mary Ann organizes exhibits and attends reunions with World War II veterans.
As long as I can. This is yours. As long as
Well, thank you.
I'm able to do what I do.
It's remarkable how she has spent her life talking about the war, talking about the massacre.
Her service, part of a lifelong healing process.
But I know I was a daddy's girl. I would have always been. I still am. I just don't have him to share it with.
For Mary Ann Smith, so many questions remain about Private James Coates.
Definitely, yeah.
But 80 years on, this Gold Star daughter is comforted knowing two things for certain about her beloved dad.
He will be forever handsome. He will never grow old.